Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I'd really appreciate it as a favor, and then I could deliver my best to your inbox on a daily basis, every watch, every minute, right here on Watchbox Reviews. If you like the watches themselves, and I don't blame you, you can see them and you can buy them on our website, thewatchbox.com, the internet's largest single source repository for late model pre-owned luxury watches and vintage. You can see full boxes, papers, accessories as applicable, high-resolution images of every watch, and full pricing details for this and our entire collection of pre-owned luxury and vintage timepieces. So the watch on my wrist is a historical timepiece based on the original modern family of wristwatch automatic tourbillon calibers, which you're looking at as an anniversary piece from 2001. It is actually the Jules Audemars 150th anniversary tourbillon automatique. This is a sensational bumper automatic with power reserve, oversized tri-spoke titanium tourbillon cage, and a date. There's even going to be a lume shot at the end of this one because the watch has lume. So let's jump straight into the story by talking about the fit and the feel, because fit and feel come first. Okay, back in 2001, this was a 150th anniversary variant of an existing watch, the 40mm Jules Audemars Tourbillon Automatique, reference 25964OR in rose gold. It's a 40mm watch that's 13.3mm thick, and you can see it does have a dramatically domed sapphire. It will fit underneath a dress cuff because it's not quite as chunky as it looks. It actually has a rounded case flank and a conical bezel, so it'll slide underneath not just a jacket cuff but also a dress sleeve. It's reasonably constrained across the wrist, a very traditional 45.8mm. Means you're going to have no trouble wearing this watch on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. It does have a satisfying heft to it because of the fairly substantial gold case and lugs. The lug spacing is also fairly standard at 20mm. If you want to accessorize with an Audemars Piguet factory or aftermarket standard size 20mm strap, you can quickly redress the watch to dress it up or dress it down as circumstances dictate. The strap that's fitted is an AP strap, and as you can see, it is a massive one. Bolstered down the center with a lightly contrasting gray stitch, you'll note it does feature folded or sheer sides that show you the layers of construction, a matte finish black rectangular scale alligator leather on the underside of calf skin, and it's matched to the familiar logo style single fold precious metal AP deploying clasp for additional security while donning or removing at bedside. Now you'll also note that there are semi-curved conforming spring bars, so you can pull that strap straight down around the tight curve of a smaller wrist. No problems there, no constraint, no flare of the strap. The case is the Jules Audemars design. A handsome one, as you can see, the combination of satin finish, which is linear or horizontal on the flank, vertical on the lug sides. You also note that the lugs themselves are thoroughly expressed. They're not blended Calatrava style. They step out, and there's a sharp cleft between case flank and lug profile. The lugs are polished on their top, and that polish provides a little bit of contrast alongside the polished lip of the case back and the polished lip of the bezel. Now, you'll also note that there's a little bit of an overlap between the lug and the case top, and that helps to increase the packaging virtues of this already relatively slim bumper automatic. It's a thin caliber, but as you can see, by allowing the bezel to be somewhat countersunk below the plane of the lug, the watch is made even slimmer. Small tricks like this add up. Now, you're going to note that the dial is a strange combination of huge, fully loomed Arabic numerals and broadsword hands, a giant tri-spoke, black polished, continuously rounded titanium tourbillon cage and bridge, and you'll also note that it features balanced registers for the 54-hour power reserve at 9 o'clock and a date at 3 o'clock. So let's talk about where this movement came from and give ourselves a little bit more light so we can better appreciate its details up close. During the mid-1980s, Audemars Piguet, with the help of an Omega watchmaker named Maurice Grimm, developed a bumper automatic tourbillon that was the first serially produced wristwatch tourbillon movement. That was the 2870. About 390-400 pieces were made before production petered out in the early 1990s. That was a strange and tiny rectangular watch that was actually Egyptian mythology themed. This one, the successor caliber 2875, was both more robust as well as more visible. Also more conventional, it features the practical addition of a date and a power reserve scale and a luminescent dial. Now the tourbillon cage has been increased in size. You can see it has a gorgeous rounded and polished aperture frame about it, and then it has been dramatically expanded. The entire aperture for the original Tourbillon Automatique was about the size of this balance. Here you can see everything's been scaled up. The same level of finish is applied. The tourbillon carriage is still titanium. It still beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour, and the finish is still in the finest tradition of the Valet de Jeu. Bridge, carriage, everything. Small parts, escape wheel and pallet bridge, screws black polished. It leaves nothing to chance. This is the highest level of execution. Now, the 54-hour power reserve is energized by a platinum iridium bumper inside the case. You can't see it, but my goodness, you can feel it. It is an incredibly dense mass. The densest material ever employed in the production of a luxury watch. It imparts a level of efficiency that is highly desirable on a watch you might wear every day. At the same time, it has a little bit of a 40s and 50s automatic watch caliber character to it, because back then, especially on old Omegas, you know that feel of a bumper jumping back and forth between its stop springs? You're going to get used to that while wearing this watch. 41 jewels and ultra thin, the 54-hour automatic is part of the 150th anniversary celebration, and the caseback graphics, which as you can see are turned on a rose lathe in spectacular fashion, featuring the Audemars coat of arms, Jules Audemars, his 150th birthday back in 2001, and of course the centerpiece and the focal point of the Côte de Soleil on the caseback is the caseback winder. You both wind and set the watch using that crown. It does pull out, and you turn it in stationary position to energize the watch. So if you're winding the watch, you will note that the power reserve scale starts scooting towards its terminal corner. It is an unusual experience. In many ways, it's like an old Patek Philippe caliber 350 or 350i, or if we go way back, a Jaeger-LeCoultre Futurematic. This is an unusual pioneer. You get that historic Maurice Grimm tourbillon caliber that included everything from etching by chemical means born in the computer chip industry to the first ever application of a titanium tourbillon cage and the first family of wristwatch tourbillon calibers. This is a historic watch in ways that have nothing to do with the birthday of the long-dead Jules Audemars. A special series from 2001 and a historic piece for Audemars Piguet. You can buy this Tourbillon Automatique Jules Audemars 150th anniversary in rose gold on our website. And we're back with the Audemars Piguet Jules Audemars 150th Anniversary Tourbillon Automatique. Caliber 2875 sports a dial like few other tourbillon watches. This is the kind of thing that AP did long before cool, sporty, and unconventional were the realm of high horology. Back when everyone was doing conventional dress watches, the kind of watch you had to put on a tuxedo just to wear, Audemars Piguet was building glow-in-the-dark tourbillon watches. See it and make it yours today on our website.